Hi, can everyone hear me or anyone? Okay, great. Maybe we can wait for like few 1 to 2 minutes more, like around 9:05, then we will start so that we can have more people to come in and listen from the start. All right, I will just start now. So, hi everyone. I hope everyone is having a good evening, and I would like to say thank you for attending this session. It really means a lot for me because I finally get to share my story again, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, which is sharing my story about the things that I do in my life. So, yeah, today the session will be about how does a volunteering experience impact my working life. I'm pretty sure that some of you guys who are here already know that ISAC is a youth run organization that provides volunteering experience. So this is my volunteering experience that I joined through ISAC. So hi, my name is Nashi. So I'm currently 24 years old, and in last I don't know how many years back in 2019 December, I volunteered for a project called Oceano related to life below water. If I'm not mistaken, it's SDG 14. It's related to marine life. And right now, I have been working for 1 year. I graduated last year January, and I have been working for 1 year at a preschool, and I'm a preschool teacher. When I was in university, I studied at Help University, and I graduated from Bachelor of Early Childhood Education. Yeah. So let's little bit about me. So why did I choose to go global volunteering when I was a university student? Back then I was going into my second year of university. So at that time, I feel like I wanted to do something that is not usual than what I'm doing, like studying, joining clubs and everything. I wanted to do something else. So I stumbled upon this project called Global Volunteer. It's like you go out of Malaysia to a different country. They have a lot of countries last time, and you can volunteer there. And it's a 6 weeks journey. And honestly, it was one of the best decisions that I've made when I was studying. So this is a picture of me when on my last day before I fly back. I think it's 2 hours before I have my flight back to Malaysia. So I received a certificate from there. So I started my volunteering on the 9th of December 2019, and I celebrate New Year there. It was a very fun experience, and I went back to Malaysia in January. So it was exactly before the COVID started, and I was so scared because I think on the day that I landed, like we already having like some cases of COVID, but thank God I never got COVID during that time. So it was like my last few days of freedom, and I got to have it out of Malaysia, got to travel and everything. And since then I have never traveled out of Malaysia yet. So this is the place that I volunteered. I went to Sri Lanka. It's it's a very interesting country that I've been with my parents, but when I go there again for this volunteering trip, I have found a lot of things that I never tried when I went to my family, and it's very eye-opening experience. And this is some of my friends that I made throughout the volunteering experience. And funny is that I went there during winter peak, so it wasn't really famous, and there was only 2 person volunteering on that project. And another person that volunteered with me went back earlier because he couldn't take up the challenge. So at the end of the day, it was only me volunteering for the project. And this is some of the other exchange participants. So throughout the 6 weeks staying in Sri Lanka, basically what my job description is that I volunteer at Turtle Hatchery Center. So this is one of the days where I get to take a lot of pictures. So what we do is that some of my friends went to the sea to catch some seaweeds, to harvest the seaweeds, and then we clean the seaweeds afterward and use the seaweed to feed the turtles. So they have a lot of turtles at their center, mostly turtles that are um how do I say, like injured, that kind of turtle. So they take care of the turtle and they make sure the turtle are healthy and can survive when they go back to the ocean. And after that, we also feed the turtle with fishes. So we have to make sure that the fishes are like don't have any bones so that the baby turtles can eat well. And also we learn how to hatch the turtle eggs and how to make sure the turtle eggs hatch in a very correct temperature. So that's one of it. And then we also do a lot of beach cleanup. We went for a different beach and then go to the beach and clean up with the local people and the local organization as well. And we also decorate the beach with some signboards like be the solution or the pollution. This is really my favorite decoration that I made with my friends. And honestly, when we were doing the work over there, like a lot of locals come up to us and ask like, oh, what you guys doing? What you guys here? Where are you from? Those kind of questions. And when you get to tell more about yourself, you feel very proud of what you are doing. Moving on, we also go on trips around Sri Lanka where we go for river safari, learn about mangrove, and there are a lot of islands where we go through under the islands to see how the mangrove grows and how big they are. And I also got the experience to plant the mangrove from the small, how do I say, the small pot, like when you from the seed the seedlings, yeah, that part of the flower we get to plant on our own. And I also get to meet the deputy manager of marine environment. Sorry. The deputy manager of marine environment, where she actually it was a one-to-one session. So she actually explained to me a lot about the marine environment in Sri Lanka, like what are their problems and how are they working to solve all of the problems that they are having. So it was a very eye-opening experience, and I'm very thankful that I get the opportunity to learn about other countries' marine life. So throughout all this time in Sri Lanka, I not only had a lot of fun, I also get to learn about their cultures and all of the things that I never know that I can learn in Malaysia. It's not that Malaysia is not fun enough. It's actually very fun to travel in Malaysia, but when you go to another country, it's something different. It's something that you never live at. The cultures are different, their work life is different, even their public transportation is very, very much different. So when you go there, for a day also, I'm pretty sure you can learn a lot of things. So imagine staying there for 6 weeks. There's a lot of experience and learning that you can gain. And we also get to travel around Sri Lanka by train, by bus to see all the beautiful, beautiful sceneries. And honestly, if I can suggest you guys to go to travel, you should choose Sri Lanka. I would definitely go back to travel there. And throughout the whole volunteering experience, there are a lot of things that I learned. Not only like how to survive there and all these things. There are some things that I learned that actually shape who I am today, and then also my working life. I can't believe that I'm saying this, but when I look back, all these values that I learned actually instilled to me when I was volunteering over there. So firstly, I learned to have a growth mindset. At first, I don't know what is a growth mindset means, but eventually I understand it by how I think last time and how I think nowadays. So last time I'm quite passive, like I don't really like to try new things. I just keep to the normal routine and boring, and I don't like to challenge myself. And whenever something bad happen, I feel very sad about it and I feel very negative about it, and I just don't try my best to make the best out of it. But nowadays I realize that being sad is just um like you can take out so much thing from being rather than being sad. So what I do is usually like I decided to turn on my positivity and learn that, oh, maybe things happen for a reason, and I find what reason it is. So it's not only being positive, but also wanting to grow to be better every day. And I also learn to live in the moment where I never take things for granted. So when I was there, I try my best to be as productive as I can, because I feel like I only get to come here once for now, and I didn't know when I come back it's already COVID. So if I didn't live in the moment, I definitely felt very regret that I didn't spend my best day there. Because the next 2 years I was staying at home doing nothing, not traveling and everything. So I was really happy that I learned how to not take things for granted. And also at the same time, I open myself to try new things, try to eat different kind of food. Last time, before I went to Sri Lanka, I don't really like to eat different kind of vegetables, and I only like carrot, broccoli, like those typical type of vegetables. But after a while, I actually open myself to eat other type of vegetables when I go there, because I couldn't really eat meat over there because I'm not sure if it's halal or not. So I just become vegetarian throughout the 6 weeks. And I also challenge myself to work with people from different background. So the thing is that when you start working, right, you will never know who your colleague is unless you work with a bunch of friends lah. So when I started working, I have no idea all of these people who they are. So it was a very challenging time, but I know that I have to accept that they are different from me and we have different working style, different ideas, and how can we come together as a team. So all of these things actually help me a lot in my working field right now, because I'm a preschool teacher, and the people that I meet, the teachers, they are teachers who are very modern, who are very old-fashioned, and I'm someone who just graduated and I want to just get experience. So how do I gain knowledge from the teachers who have been working for years? How do I talk to teachers who are just started working from different background? So I have to be very critical to make sure that I gain something for this working experience, not only just gaining money and spending my time going to work and come back home feeling tired and all that. So I have been talking a lot, and I just want to know, like, is there anyone over here like interested in this kind of programs? And like when you are interested in this kind of program, what would be the reason for you to pursue this kind of program? You can just open your mind and talk to me, just like a chill session. Anyone? So if no one wants to go, I can continue. So when I was studying, I saw this opportunity. Volunteering is something that is very fun, but we do have local volunteering program as well. And I think that everyone as a student should go try and volunteer once, no matter for what cause, because whenever you go out for volunteering and you try out something new, you actually get to meet the people. So when you talk to all those people that you meet, right, what I really like is that I like to listen to their stories, like why they go to volunteer. So whenever I go to meet new people, I will always ask them why you are doing this. I like to hear the reason why people do it, because their reason is not the same as me. They have their own reason and why they are doing this. And I feel like I'm always uh, inspired and love the energy that they give from whatever passion that they have toward these volunteering activities. And hi Elaine, what was the initial reason you signed up for the volunteering program? So basically, when I was studying, I say I don't want to be a boring normal student who studies and doing exam. I don't like that. And when I studied, I just studied because I don't know what to do. So I was just studying and I stumbled upon this course and I decided to pursue it. But for me, I don't want to be a normal teacher going to school and teach children. I want to tell the children that I have stories. You know, I want to have stories to tell the children. So when I was thinking about that, like how can I make my life more interesting and all that? So I tried to go for a few volunteering programs locally, but I just couldn't find any vibe or like interesting to interesting reason to continue that volunteering opportunity. So I decided to go for this global volunteering. And at that time, I was lucky because Azad in Malaysia was doing some ambassador campaign. So I passed the interview and all that. And I was lucky also that they sponsored most of my volunteering expense. So going there was a huge blessing for me because I don't think I can ever get that experience or that moment again. So I was lucky that I decided to pursue the volunteering at that time. And if I could go back in time, I would definitely do that again because it was so fun. It was one of the wildest thing that you think you never do, but you did. And it was my first time also solo traveling without my parents, my family and friend, and it was very hard to convince my dad to do it, but yeah, I made it. So if I can pursue my parents, you also can. I think nowadays it's even easier to travel, like your parents would definitely trust you. Thank you, Elaine, for asking a question. So back to this topic, right? When I went for volunteering, um I never knew that it could impact me so much to my working life. So it took me a while, and when I got invited to this talk, actually was the moment that I reflect, how can I share my story in this perspective? Because usually I would just share my story by going there, what are the things that I do, what is the project like, but I never have to share the cost from the volunteering. That does it really affect my working life, that kind of thing. So it was my first time reflecting upon it, and I'm thankful that after all this 1 year of working and experience that I've gone through, I can say that I am definitely if the things that I'm doing right now is definitely influenced by my volunteering experience. And I'm also grateful that we have opportunities such that is provided from Isaac in Malaysia, where we get to volunteer in different kind of for different kind of cause. So last time they had global volunteering, and I believe right now they have a local volunteering, um, which is something that I also done with last 2 years back in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. I joined their local virtual volunteering. It was a different kind of concept, but I never knew that it was very, very interesting. And honestly, it was a success, even though I virtually volunteered behind my laptops and doing all the works. Yeah, so I'm open to have more questions because we still have time. And you can also talk to me, okay? I really love talking to people. I can go back to the slides so that you also can see what are the things that I was talking about. So about these pictures, about all these pictures, so this is one event, but this is my most favorite event, volunteering job throughout the volunteering, because we were building a Christmas tree from recycled bottles, and we were just sitting under the sun near the beach. It was really hot, but I don't remember. I mean, I don't remember the heat, but the process of it was very, very fun. I get to talk to strangers that I never met, about my passion, listen to their passion, and what are the things that we want for ourselves, and how we actually. Hi, I'm so sorry. This is my sister's laptop. I think I just got disconnected. I'm trying to join back. I'm so sorry about it. Give me a minute. I'm So as I was saying just now, basically during the project, I get to meet the strangers and talk about passion, like what we are doing and how are we spreading our love for environment locally to our communities. And I remember they are called the Pearl Protectors. So basically, they are very, very passionate about the Sri Lanka marine environment. I am not sure why I still cannot connect, but I'm trying. Meanwhile, if you have any question, feel free to unmute yourself, okay? Because I'm trying on the other side. So yeah, I think I'm back online. Let me try again. I think it's not working. However, in this laptop I'm speaking, I can't really share my screen. the Isaac admin is trying to help me to assist this matter. But pretty much, I'm already sharing most of my story. Before I end my session, I just want to say that we actually only live young ones. Every day we are getting older, we are growing. And if let's say you go for volunteering and you feel like it doesn't go as planned, it doesn't go accordingly to whatever they're supposed to promise you, it's okay. You when I was there, my project wasn't the perfect project, but they improvised, and I also tried to be on the positive side where, everything happens for a reason. But if we didn't do plan A, we could always do plan B and plan C, and we have 36 alphabet to figure out. So I learned a lot of new things every day when I was there, and I gained a lot of memories that I don't think I can find it if I don't challenge myself. So remember to always take only positive thing to yourself, and from that, I hope that you can find whatever you are looking for, and you can harvest. You can not harvest. You can actually pursue your passion better. And the thing about passion, right? Not only that you have to be really passionate about it, but you also have to be kind to yourself. Make sure that you are really into the passion, not only you are doing because of the sake of like, oh, people are telling me to do it. Oh, I want to care for the environment because that's everyone is doing the worst, and the climate change is happening. No, you don't want to do things because of other people. You want to make sure that you do things for yourself. That's what you really like. But it's not wrong also for you to go on to try different things, so that you can see what suits you better for you to pursue and be passionate about. Be passionate about. Yeah, so that's basically for me. I think I have one more picture. I want to show you my cute little turtle. Next. Yeah, so that's all for me and my turtle. Thank you so much for listening. I think the turtle already grow so big and have few babies by now. Thank you so much for whoever is listening, and I hope I can hear your story and experience in any part of the world or even in Malaysia. Thank you for having me. And I'm so sorry for all the technical problem.